which I believe is where we actually need to go to advance the plot. Bum bum bum. So, you guys are bracers? Wait, just leave the police work to us and enjoy a nice day of festivities. Shall. We couldn't do anything during the coup, so we've got to make amends, you know? Coup style. I just can't believe Colonel Richard staged a coup d'etat. Whether or not they knew about it, the Royal Guardsmen really messed up. Meh. After all that trouble, it's good to have some peace and quiet for a change. I'm expecting the Queen to keep on as she was. That sort of thing shouldn't get her down. Colonel Richard staging a coup d'etat? He looked so worried about the kingdom when I saw him before. Outside the castle, was it all an act? Can't believe we got the wool pulled over our eyes so badly. I just can't believe that Colonel Richard staged that coup. It's inconceivable! No, I know exactly what that word means. He's just a victim of circumstance, that's all. Uh-huh. You keep telling yourself that. With the town spirits up, so too are my customers' numbers. During the birthday celebration, my sales increased by a factor of 5. I'm so glad. Her Majesty has recovered from her illness. Bum, 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 bum. Tom from MySpace. What a beautiful day. Perfect weather for celebrating Her Majesty's birthday. Anyway, time to get to work. Got a lot to do today. Oh. Bum, bum, bum. What the hell? I always miss that staircase for some reason. I don't know why. My deliveries aren't getting out because the airships were all grounded and everything's backed up. But I did everything I could. I hate that I have no control over this whatsoever. Popcorn style. Festivals are so much fun. You better watch out. My friend here is crazy about girls. If he sees a beautiful girl, he's got a 95% chance of falling in love at first sight. That's too bad. Princess Claudia is so kind and so pretty, too. She makes my heart race. Sorry to hear that, sir. There's an ice cream shop in the East Block that's doing great business, I hear. I went there to check them out, but the lines were so long that I just gave up and went home. He quit like Vegastar. They can't beat us, though. It's Lila! With conferences day in and day out, I imagine Her Highness must be a very busy woman. If Her Highness really wants to relax, she needs to get as far away as she can. Mayor Bose is quite nice this time of year. Mayor Mabel! I was planning on going home early, but I guess that didn't happen. That's too bad. Well, you've had a lot to discuss, I'm sure. Indeed, Headmaster Collins has actually suggested we start a committee for royal ascendancy. There was a lot of mess with that coup, and the damage to our public image is quite big. We're going to have to start working more in concert with the other countries. Sounds to me like you're in for some busy times. All the more reason to kick back and relax tonight, no? I believe a walk to the cathedral for some prayer is in order. Prayer style. Actually, come to think of it, the first time I met you was on a day when you were skipping church. All the more reason to go now. Though I'm sure Adios can forgive me for a little infraction like that, right? Sure. Step right on up. Go ahead, don't be shy. Tell me what to do. I heard Colonel Richard was put under arrest. He never struck me as that kind of person. They usually don't. We wanted to stay in the capital and fight for Her Majesty the Queen. Getting tricked away by fake orders is a real embarrassment for us. I'm humiliating. There's still nobody running this car. What's up with that? What is up with those shenanigans? Factory Chief Murdoch is here. Probably looking for a cigarette. The best fishing gear is that which represents engineering efficiency and elegance. The sort of gear I'd want to own, even if I never fished at all, just for its sheer beauty. Yesterday, I met a rather charming woman. We happily inducted her into our growing society. I swear, I've never seen a newbie handle a fishing pole quite so well before. Kinky. Mayor Klaus! The world is going by too fast for me nowadays. I just want to slow it all down and fish at Valeria Shore. Uh-oh. The martial arts competition, the Queen's birthday celebration, all well and good. But there are lots of us who'd rather be out fishing right now. Well, go for it. No one's stopping you, man. I'll never forgive Colonel Richard. He's grounded the airships and stolen our fishing from us. And there was also that coup d'etat. Yeah, there was that. Can't forget about that. Bum, 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 bum. I got lost. I'm going to ask for directions over at the Bracer Guild. It's busy here, but no busier than the East Block, I bet. I'd be glad to finally see the Queen's face again. Who in their right mind would want to overthrow a ruler like Queen Alicia? Probably some kind of pool expert, if I had to guess. Well, if it isn't Estelle and Joshua, we don't have any new assignments today. You two may feel free to go on out and enjoy your date. Date? Who's on a date? We are so not dating yet. Yet? At all. I meant at all. The Royal Army will be out in force during the festivities, but the other bracers should be around as well. Check the bars, shops, and inns. You're sure to find them. Uh-huh. So there is a job. The final quest of the game, the Embassy mission. From Mueller. 2000 mirror difficulty low. I would like someone to find and detain one blonde-haired, self-proclaimed musician wearing a white coat, who is thought to be arriving in the royal city by eventide today. So basically, to do that, you just want to go back to where Olivier was. That's pretty much it. Pretty much it, man. Bum, 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 bum. It's Murano! Yeah, only an event as big as the birthday celebration could bring in crowds like this. Time to make some sales. And Simon! It took so much time getting here with all of the airships grounded. I was so surprised to hear about the coup d'etat. Looking at the city, I'd have never imagined it. I'm glad Her Majesty has gotten better. The kingdom can rest easy now. You can still buy equipment, even though there's no more battles, but, you know. You can still do that if you want. It's pretty hoppin' today. Isn't it, though? It is so hoppin'. It's more hoppin' than a frog during a rave. I'll tell you what. But where should we go next? There's just so much to see. The cathedral might be nice, but well, what I really want to see are the ruins of the Edinburgh Wall. We came to the capital for the Queen's birthday celebration. Oh. It's hard to imagine Colonel Richard as the one who planned this whole coup d'etat. Every one of us was taken in by his lies. He's a lying liar that lies! Princess Claudia has really grown up. She's like 10 billion times more suitable for succession than Duke Dunan could ever be. Now you're spitting truth. I'm exhausted from all the tourism. You know someplace I can sit and rest for a bit? That store looks expensive, like I'd be spending a fortune just walking through the door. I didn't expect the city to be this big when I invited my mom to come see it with me. That's a shame. We'll go ahead and take care of this quest real quick. Just want to go into the castle and talk to Olivia. And that's all it really takes. I guess it's admissible if you're someone that doesn't really go around and talk to people. Estelle, Joshua. It is the birthday celebration. What a waste it would be if we were not to enjoy it, no? Hey, Joshua, I think he's the guy. You think? Without question. I have it. Why don't you join me in a little afternoon delight? Sunny delight, even. Just you, and I. Doesn't that sound divine? Come now, do say yes. Heh, funny you asked. We were just talking to this guy who asked us the same thing. And we said we have this friend whom you would probably just love to talk to. We're tricking him! Did you really now? Honest to goodness? Absolutely. Would you like us to introduce him to you? I would most love that. Please, lead the way. Why are we back at the Bracer Guild? Oh, don't get your neckerchief in a knot. Eldon's calling over our guest, you see. Yes. The interested party has been successfully contacted, and should be arriving here shortly. I imagine she simply can't bear waiting for the opportunity to meet me. Tell me, have I made this kitten's acquaintance before, or is this to be our first meowing? Oh, I believe the kitten knows you and really wants to see you. That's not a lie. Haha, kittens in Grancel. Perhaps it's Shira, or perhaps even Karna or Annalise. No, I must not discount the possibility that it might be Mayor Maybell, or maybe even dear sweet Lila. Surely it's not Princess Claudia or Tita. That's... well, let's just say that you've got one hell of an imagination. Uh-oh. Ah, it seems that our guest is already here. Is she now? My dearest, come in. With that kind of welcome, who am I to refuse? Looks like you've done what I asked then. I appreciate it. On behalf of the Erebonian Embassy, I thank you. That's not necessary. It was Olivia who was really eager to oblige you. I don't remember being present at that discussion. But does this mean that you're the kitten who wished to see me? What are you smoking? Her Royal Majesty the Queen directly invited you to tonight's banquet, so I'm not about to tell you you can't go. But I know you, and I know you're going to get into trouble if you're not properly chaperoned. So I'm keeping a close eye on you until dinner time. And you're going to like it. Estelle? Joshua? You tricked me! Yes, I did. Don't blame your bad hearing on us. You were the one who decided it was a woman. We never said a word. True story. Now then. Evening swiftly approaches. There's a lot of paperwork to fill out, and you're going to do it. So let's get back to the embassy, shall we? No! Defeated! Well, case closed, I guess. Since that concludes your investigation, allow me to give you your rightful reward. Your proper bracer notebooks are not yet ready, so I'd like for you to note this in your junior one. Receive payment for the embassy mission, 2,000 mirror and 3 BP. That completes the final quest, and if you did all of the quests and got the max rank, you'll end up getting three achievements for it. So, one for completing all quests, one for getting the max amount of BP, and one for getting the max rank. I feel a little guilty about this request, but okay. Now why don't we get back to the birthday celebration? Sounds good. And once we've checked everything out, we can go to the rest area in the Eastern Bloc. Boom. That's all the shenanigans. Oriole. By rescuing Her Majesty, the coup d'etat plot has been thwarted. But that seems to have been little more than a stepping stone in this rocky scheme. The Oriole, one of the mythical Septarians sealed away beneath Grancell Castle, was Colonel Richard's true goal. He seeks to resurrect it in this era. We found the ruins of an ancient orbital civilization underground, split up into search and standby parties to investigate the ruins. Seems Professor Russell can help us get our equipment in order. We appear to be near the end. Let's get ready, then advance. Found Colonel Richard. So even the Colonel was a puppet, then who's the puppet master? We had no choice. We needed to fight, and we won. But we were too late. The Black Orbit's been activated. We managed to drive back that huge mechanical beast. The plot's been nicely thwarted. Hopefully. I won't have to open this notebook again for a while. Received Bracer Emblem! Do-do-do! Ba-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-boom! We're first class, jobs completed 81, earned BP 365, battles 547, victories 525, lost 37, fled 21. Nice. Qualified as bracers. Of course, we won't be getting our full-fledged bracer notebook until the second game. So, that's how that goes. There's still some guys from the Special Ops out there somewhere. Probably hiding somewhere down in Beaver City. We've got to stay alert. Wonderful! Frabjous? I've never heard that before. Huzzah for Her Majesty! Calais, I say. Excuse me? I don't know what those even are supposed to mean, but okay, we'll just go with it. Seeing Princess Claudia again makes me feel secure about Liberal's future. Where's that ice cream shop I've been hearing so much about? I'm so hungry! We came all this way, so why not eat out somewhere nice? Perhaps a place like this. They all look so mouth-watering, though. I can't decide. When you're going to a nice restaurant, and I'm not talking about McDonald's here, I would never have guessed Colonel Richard would plan a coup d'etat. Everything he said in that magazine interview, it was all just propaganda, all just lies. Magazine! I'm utterly shocked. Seeing the Queen healthy was a real comfort. All that suspicion from the Royal Guardsmen was unfounded. A lot's been happening lately, but I think things are finally starting to get back to normal. Zen and Agate are hanging out. Hey, you two. Zen. So what's your next move? Back to the Republic? I'm in no rush. There doesn't seem to be any crisis in the Republic so bad that I absolutely have to be there for it. Besides, this country is full of fine opponents from your Bracer Guild. As long as I'm here, it would be a waste to leave without testing my mettle a bit more. Fine opponents? Who'd you have in mind? For starters, you've got Agate, the so-called Heavy Blade, not to mention your Silver Streak Shirazard. And who could forget the champions of this year's martial arts competition, perhaps the strongest of them all. Aw, Zin, that's so sweet. But don't think it means I'll go any easier on you. And don't you hold back on us. It's on, man. She doesn't speak for both of us. Feel free to hold back if you'd like. In fact, I might even prefer it. The martial arts tournament. Would be a good opportunity to hone my skills. And if Sin the Immovable made an appearance there, why don't you try to get in next year, Agate? Maybe. It might be nice, but it's become such a circus, and I don't like doing tricks for a crowd. Well, whatever floats your boat. Kurt! You did a remarkable job. Based on your performance, I'd say you two are already fine full-fledged bracers. But never forget, these are only the first steps in your career. Thank you, sir. So, Kurt, are you feeling any better? I'm fine. Just fine. I remember just about everything, except the identity of the bastard who erased my memories. That's the only missing piece. It was probably Doc Sigma. Sounds like something he would do. It's Grant! Welcome back, brave heroes. Grant, you guys were amazing. Better than any other junior bracers I've met, that's for damn sure. Yay us. We couldn't have done it without everyone's help, though. I mean, my dad ended up saving my butt in there. So I'm not exactly solo heroine material. You guys are something else. Guess this makes us partners. I guess it does. Here's to us. Bum 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 bum. And finally, the East Block. Where I think we can get the final newspaper. This is my first time visiting the capital. The roads are so wide. I trusted them. I was so sure the Royal Guardsman would never betray Her Highness. And then Colonel Richard staged a coup d'etat. I just don't understand it. Hey, don't wander off. I'm worried my daughter will get lost in all this craziness. I was so happy to finally see the Queen's face again. I'm gonna get a toy airship! My grandson begged me to take him to the department store. That's fun. This year the airships were a mess, so we missed the competition altogether. I heard it was because of Colonel Richard's coup. I like that guy too. Sucks when someone turns out to be a backstabber. Doesn't it though? Rat bastages, I'm telling ya. Apparently the department store is holding a big sale for the Queen's birthday celebration. All the latest brands and fashions are on sale, but only for a limited time. Are you serious? We gotta get over there. Word is they're gonna start restructuring the Royal Military's chain of command. Hope they put someone with some brains in command. That might be kinda nice. Sure is calm considering there was a coup d'etat not long ago. Word is they're gonna... You again? The freak? I trusted them. I was so sure the Royal Guardsman would never betray Her Highness. So this is Calvard's embassy. I'd love to see the inside of it. Good luck with that. I swear, more people turn out for the festivities every year. It's crazy! In crowds like this, I have to really keep an eye out for mischief makers, and shake the fun-loving out of them. Meh! Anton! Everyone looks like they're having so much fun at the Queen's birthday celebration. And Ricky. Whoa, sure is busy out here. Doesn't look like I'll get that nap I've been wanting. May as well just hang out instead, Stephen Hasty style. Ba 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 ba. Na 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 na. Come on, woman. We're waiting on you. There you are. The Queen imprisoned, the Princess kidnapped. I don't care about the ends. The means Colonel Richard used are disgusting. Aren't they, though? Truly disgusting. Analysts! Analysts. Hey, why so serious? It's just, this is the first time I've had a chance to work with you like this. But you two really do a nice job of covering one another, if you know what I mean. Well, we're around each other all the time, so we've gotten pretty used to each other's styles, I guess. Hello? Anybody home up there? Read between the lines, you doofus. Guess I just gotta come out and say it. Analyst leaned in close and whispered into Estelle's ear. I think you two make a very cute couple. What? Don't be embarrassed. It's plain to see. With the way you look at each other. I'm jealous. I mean, I'd kill for a cute boyfriend like him. Blush. Something wrong, ladies. I usually don't shop at places like this. Shearzard and Analyst wouldn't stop going on and on about it, though, so I had to check it out. Well, hello there. What you doing, Shira? Shopping with colleagues. Been long overdue for a nice shopping trip, after all. I don't get much of a chance these days. When I was little, I remember you used to take us shopping all the time. It was fun. That's right. When your dad was gone, the three of us used to go out all the time. You know, once we get back to Roland, what say we do a little shopping together? For old time's sake. I can buy you an outfit as a congratulatory gift. Keep that in mind. For the second game. Really, I'd love to. It's a date, then. Praise the goddess. The Queen is safe and able to celebrate her birthday properly. Thank goodness for that. But such horrible, horrible things are said about him. I don't think Duke Dunan is an inherently bad person. I don't know, maybe it's just me. He's just kind of a douchebag. Welcome! Take advantage of our birthday celebration memorial sale now! Want to know more? Just ask. Now what should I do about lunch today? Dunch, even. Housewives never get a day off, even during the birthday celebration. Oh, hi, Philip. Hello again. Please forgive my lack of decorum. Though my actions yesterday, I have caused His Grace much trouble. On that subject, do you know where we might find Duke Dunan? His Grace has sequestered himself to consider the claims made by the Queen. He's spending his days at the Herb Royal Villa, isolated with his thoughts. Oh, is he now? So he's basically on house arrest. Then, what brings you here, Philip? Well, I've been sent here on an errand. To buy donuts for His Grace, you see. They misspelled donuts. Do-nuts. Oh, I see. I get the feeling he's not completely honest about that. Yeah, he's pretty clearly here for his own donuts. But whatever floats his airship. I keep forgetting to ask Danton to order some teapots from the Republic next time he has a chance. Tea goods have gotten really popular with womenfolk lately, and I think they totally love it. If I can't get my wicked tongue under control, I'll never be allowed to sell tea. so I need to just bite it and be nice. I'm going to teach myself everything I can about teas, and try to talk the owner into letting me sell them. That'll show that smug sister of mine who's the real exotic tea girl in this family. Oh boy, they're gonna come to blows at some point. Have to. Thanks to the coup d'etat special, the liberal news has been flying off the shelves. We can't keep them for even an hour at a time. They sell out so fast. We better get one then, before it's too late. Liberal news special, the final newspaper. SC-1202, Intel's coup d'etat plot thwarted. Full report, rescue operation for Her Highness the Queen! And I believe there's an achievement for getting getting and reading all issues of the newspaper. Liberal news special. Breaking story. Coup d'etat thwarted. Rescuing Her Majesty the Queen. Yesterday at noon, a group comprised mostly of bracers and members of the Royal Guard stormed Grancel Castle. After rescuing Her Majesty, who had been placed under house arrest by the Intelligence Division, said groups suppressed the Special Operations Unit of that division, thereby liberating the Royal Castle. Liberation Group. ID Commanding Officer Colonel Richard, as well as other high-ranking officers involved, were placed under arrest and charged with attempting to incite a coup d'etat. In this issue, I intend to make a full account of the hidden truth behind this string of incidents. Message to the readers. I'm sure there are many out there who are dumbfounded by the headings printed in this issue. Up until now, this magazine has withheld publishing information concerning major events which surrounded the occupation of the royal castle, placement of Her Majesty under house arrest, and other such circumstances of pertinence in an endeavor to uncover the Intelligence Division's dark conspiracy. You impertinent little... The Liberal News sincerely apologizes for the abrupt coverage, and in addition, asks that the readers understand our decision in this matter. Editor-in-Chief. Alan Richard's plan. Alan Richard? He looks like a dork. The young founder of the Intelligence Division, behind his humble facade, there lurked a calculating schemer, enacting a carefully planned coup d'etat. Richard's plan all began through the utilization of the Intelligence Division as a personal recruitment tool to amass a group of senior military officials mired in corruption and illicit affairs. These actions allowed Richard to hold the heart of the Royal Army within the palm of his hand. For a time, at least. General Morgan and other such incorruptible figures of importance, on the other hand, were forcibly bound, imprisoned, or otherwise restrained from interfering. Terrorist incident resolved. In sum, the soldiers in blue uniforms were the perfect imitative deception with which to frame the Royal Guards. The goal of the incident itself was to secure certain test equipment and abduct Professor Russell, the leading specialist in orbit research, but the background surrounding this event is still under investigation by the Bracer Guild. Royal Princess held hostage. After gaining control over a large majority of the army, Richard finally set his coup d'etat plan into motion, placing Her Majesty's nephew, Duke Dunan von Oslice, on the throne in her stead. Richard assumed control over the royal family from the shadows. His plan was to press Her Majesty to abdicate the throne by taking Her Highness Princess Claudia hostage. The Royal Guard, led by First Lieutenant Schwarz, saw right through the machinations. A fierce battle ensued between the Special Operations Unit and the Royal Guard over Her Highness, the Princess. However, being outnumbered, the Royal Guard's stand ended in defeat, and Princess Claudia was taken captive. Following the incident, members of the Royal Guard were branded as terrorists, and the unit was driven underground. Nothing standing in Richard's way, the success of his coup d'etat was only a matter of time. Unlikely heroes make an appearance. Legend of heroes, even. Amidst the chaos, an unheralded ray of light shone down upon the scene. A certain few individuals infiltrated the castle and slipped past the security of the Special Operations Unit. Moreover, they succeeded in meeting with Her Majesty the Queen, who was under house arrest at the time. I have refrained from writing these individuals' names in deference to the Bracer Guild's request, but suffice it to say, the guild itself, which had been in the dark due to regulations sanctioned by the Intelligence Division, was for the first time able to grasp the direness of the situation, thanks to information acquired by these nameless heroes. After being apprised of the chain of events, the Bracer Guild will become a central force of opposition to the Intelligence Division. Liberation of the Queen. The Bracer Guild rendezvoused with the estranged Royal Guard and set about liberating the Herb Royal Vila through a joint operation carried out under the Veil of Night, and beginning with Her Highness Princess Claudia, succeeded in rescuing the hostages. Then yesterday, using the tolling noon bell of the Gransel Cathedral as a cue, a rescue team primarily made up of bracers and members of the Royal Guard pressed forward with a plan to storm the castle in a three-pronged attack from air, land, and the underground. As rangers of the Royal Army, under the command of the Intelligence Division, fell upon the liberating group, a deadly battle with the Special Operations Unit erupted within the halls of Gransel Castle, and even spread to the lower levels. The struggle finally came at an end with the safe rescue of Her Majesty Queen Alicia. At roughly the same time, a unit of the Royal Army that had come within sight of the castle ceased its advance after being persuaded to lay down arms by General Morgan, who had escaped from captivity and rushed to the royal city. The coup d'etat plan, which had been crafted by Richard and the Intelligence Division, had been, without a doubt, thwarted by the narrow brink of no return. The face of this nameless paramilitary unit. As is evident from the information presented in this article, the ambitions of the Intelligence Division were not shattered by the strength of a lone hero, but by the combined courage of a host of unnamed individuals, who in the end wielded the strength necessary to bring down the curtains on this intricate scheme. It had also been rumored that a number of civilians stood shoulder to shoulder with the ranks of the Royal Guard and bracers in this endeavor. During this final struggle, the forces gathered together on the Liberator's side were in fact put in a situation which many would agree was insufficient in terms of strength to combat this foe. However, it was the courage of these civilians that compensated for this deficiency. As a reporter caught up in the mix, I was also one of those individuals who found themselves being borne up by this incredible energy. Among those who gave me the strength to carry on were two junior bracers, in particular to whom I owe a special debt of gratitude, for without them penning these articles would have been an impossibility. As we come to the end of these tumultuous events, I'm once again overcome with feelings of reverence and thankfulness. The two individuals of whom I have spoken are scheduled to be awarded with their long-awaited status by the Bracer Guild at any moment. Please forgive my use of the following space for a personal message in consideration of the heroes who saved the Burl Kingdom. My heartiest congratulations to the both of you. And if you are ever in the mood for curry, it's on me. N. Obviously, Colonel. Society, Royal Guard reinstated. The Royal Guard, which had been branded as terrorists and forced underground, had had its honor restored. The Army Strategic Operations Headquarters also decided today that the Royal Guard will be officially reinstated. That's good. And it is expected that First Lieutenant Schwartz and all of her fellow officers will be returning to their former unit. Society, General Morgan promoted. Ooh, he got a promotion! The coup d'etat plan was carried out by a division of the military that should have served as a protective shield to the public. The Royal Army itself, unable to forestall this serious incident despite the threat it posed to the nation, refocused its prime objective on restructuring and reorganizing in order to prevent such future tragedies. To head that movement, the Royal Assembly had already proposed the leadership be awarded to General Morgan. The Royal Army had shown signs that it will comply with these demands, and General Morgan is expected to accede to the office of Commander of Strategic Operations. In addition, it was announced that former Colonel Cassius Bright, who acted as the general's right hand during the 100 Days War, will be making a return. This time, as an adjunct to the commander, the former colonel had, after the war, resigned from his post and transferred the considerable talents to the Bracer Guild. Society, Mystery at the Tetrastylic Towers. Yesterday afternoon, numerous reports came in from all over the kingdom in witness to a mysterious light. It has been said that a beam of light shone from the tops of the Tetrastylic Towers. We're presently awaiting an investigation into the matter, as no further details are known at this time. We'll learn more about that in the second game. Alright. But it... During the birthday celebration, nobody really comes here. But we still need to stand guard just in case. Just in case something ends up happening. I'm so glad the birthday celebration is off to such a great start. Everyone looks so happy out on the streets today. The Queen's charisma is quite a positive influence. Isn't it, though? Already talked to you. Leave it to the Queen's birthday celebration to bring out all the crazies, weirdos, and heroes. This is still just a small fraction of the people you'll find in the Empire's capital city. Crazy, isn't it? Just can't imagine so many people milling about every single day. How can a city like that even function? I don't know. Makes me kind of nervous dancing around like this in front of the Erebonian embassy. It's an intimidating place. Recognize. Sis, give me a piggyback! I think you're big enough to walk by yourself. But whatever. Reception is over, so I'm gonna go look around the city. You hear about that coup d'etat? It was pretty serious, but the Royal Guard and the Bracers put a stop to it. Can't help wondering about the Royal Army, though. So this is the famous Museum of History, eh? Birthday celebration first, then it's museum time. Never too old to learn more about the world around you, you know. True. Museum. Now, where did Professor Alba get off to? I had a question for him about his special study course. Special study? It sure is lively outside. After I finish work, I might go out there and get a bit lively myself. Just try to keep your pants on, sir. We don't need another major incident. Wonder if the museum curator's back yet, since he went to Bose. There he is, the fart knocker. Imagine my surprise when I found myself stuck in Bose with no way home. A lot of things happened in my absence, but the museum is thankfully still intact. Indeed it is. Let's hope it stays that way. Bunker further. Do 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 do. It looks like the airships are moving at long last. Things have started to move. Finally, I get back to Bose. We got wrapped up in the coup d'etat before we even knew what was going on. It was kind of a shock, wasn't it, though? But all the landing ports closing have been on account of this coup d'etat, I suppose. Makes sense, but if the general populace had known that was the cause, I'm sure there would have been mass hysteria. I'm just glad that despite it all, we were still able to hold the birthday celebration. Hope our passengers have a safe and enjoyable flight. Indeed. Once again, it's Tiffy time. It's so nice to finally get back to some real work. We've got to win back our customers' trust. Not that again. Finally, the airships are back on track again. Now maybe I can get some work done. Perhaps. He's here! Man, now that is form. I can't believe I'm here, right up next to the Arcee, after everything that's happened. It's absolutely magical. Hey, it's you guys. Huh? It's me, Private Brahm. You took a letter delivery request from me at Wolf Fort, remember? Back during Chapter 3. Oh yeah, I remember now. How have you been? Eternally grateful. Thanks to that letter, I managed to patch things up with Faye. Well, good for you, lover boy. Good for me indeed. Looks like you two are enjoying some alone time yourselves. What? Yeah, I guess we are, but, you know. Looks like we both have some fighting to do. Best wishes to you, my friends. Yeah, same to you. Finally, we can resume tests in the Arcee. Gotta get the new central factory engine firm finished up. Now that Professor Russell is safe, I hope the project can finally move forward again. Alright, let's go! Where are we going, man? Are we hanging out? Is that what we're doing? Alright, finally you want to go to the ice cream shop to advance the Plizzot. Told you the ice cream shop would be incredibly important later. Well, it's later. This crowd is something else. It's a lot hotter today than it's been. Ice-cold refreshment time. Alright, time to hit up that department store. May as well pick up some of the latest fashions after coming all this way, you know? Will you look at this line? What's it for? Oh, you're not, are you? Well, then I guess you don't mind your old man eating it. Who do you think I am, a kid? I'm not going to eat that. This is the long line simulator. That's what it is. I heard the intelligence division was behind the so-called terrorists. I'm glad it didn't turn out to be the Royal Guard. So that would have sucked. I've got to catch a flight on the next Cecilia. Off duty, of course. The only way to fly. I didn't have work today, so I got to play with my kid and meet some lovely new people. What's sad, though, is I keep thinking about work. I figured that would be a much-needed break, but I just can't get away from it. It's too bad. Working from home means, ironically enough, I can't spend time with my kid. She seems to understand, and it's not like I can't make time if the need arises. This ice cream is the best! Guns are the best! Mint chocolate is my favorite! Mommy said she'd buy me more ice cream if I would leave her alone to talk some more. Wow, look at the size of this crowd. It's because it's so warm out today. Anyone selling ice cream is sure to make a ton of mirror. You know, looking at all this kind of makes me want to eat everything they've got. Which reminds me, I made you a promise. What promise? You know the one. When we were dressed up as maids in the castle, you were all sulky and pouty. And I said I'd buy you some ice cream. Why do you remember the most trivial things? And as I recall, I also made you a promise in that rest area. Oh yeah, I guess you did. Why don't we wait for the day to settle down a little bit first? Anyway, we can walk around some more and then go to the rest area behind those stores. And then, I'll buy you some ice cream. Okay? Okay. This line sure is taking its sweet time. Hey! No cutting in line! No touching! I don't know. Rumors might be rumors, but it still sounds good to me. Don't be influenced by rumors! I wonder what it's like to live in the castle. Princess Claudia looks so beautiful today. I wish I could be her. One double chocolate mint coming right up. Thank you very much. So now we want to head to that rest area and... that stuff.